I am speaking to you now because for 42 hours I have pressed upon your heart, stirred your thoughts, and placed small glimmers in your path that you could not quite name but could not ignore. You felt the nudge in a phrase, the tug in a memory, the sudden quiet in the room when no one else was near. I have watched you inhale and hold your breath as though breath itself were a fragile thread, and I have watched you release it with a hope that someone, somewhere, was listening. I am listening. I have always been listening. And I am answering you now, because this message is for you. It is important for you to see before it vanishes from the noise around you, and it carries a movement that begins the instant your heart truly opens to it. Do not try to skip this, not because I am threatened by your hesitation, but because your hesitation has cost you enough joy already. You have lost hours to worry and nights to the echo of old stories that said you were not chosen, not remembered, not the one. Those stories were never mine. I did not write them, and they cannot hold you. I am writing a new line across the pages of your life, and it begins with this: I have not delayed your miracle, I have been preparing you to carry it. You have prayed for a door, but you feared the hallway. You asked for a sign, and I gave you a series of gentle confirmations, yet the roar of doubt tried to drown them out. Still, every time you thought you were alone, you stumbled on a kindness, overheard a word that came like the second half of a sentence you didn't know you were speaking, felt a warmth at your back when you needed courage to step forward. That was me. That was my hand steadying you, my breath beside you, my light traveling a few steps ahead so your feet would not fear the ground. 42 hours matters because you have reached the final turn in a corridor you thought would never end. The first hour was the hour of restlessness. Your mind circled the same questions and found the same walls. The next hours carried you through the weight of old disappointments, not so you would relive them, but so you would recognize how little power they have now. Then came the hours of subtle rearrangement, conversations shifting, small doors closing with a quiet click while unseen hinges on a new door began to loosen. You felt none of it and all of it at once. Now you stand where the hallway opens, and I am asking you to open with it. Open now. Open this fully. Don't try to skip the part of you that believes good things cannot come quickly to you, because the truth is that some things must come quickly so they do not get tangled in the thorns you've already escaped. I am removing tangles. I am simplifying the path. I am clearing away the branches that snag your sleeves and tell you to turn back. Keep moving, and as these words enter you, let them dissolve the hardness that tried to grow around your hope. A huge miracle will happen as soon as you listen to this with your whole heart. You imagine miracles like lightning, sudden and blinding, and sometimes they are. But the miracle I am speaking into you is both lightning and sunrise. It will flash with a clarity that reveals exactly what you need, and it will rise with the steady gold of morning, spreading warmth you can live in. Expect the flash, a message returned, a yes that pierces through a history of maybe, a provision that seems to arrive from an angle you never calculated. Expect the sunrise, an ease that settles into your days, a rhythm that fits your life without strain, a tenderness toward yourself that makes room for more tenderness in the people you meet. Do not confuse delay with denial anymore. The waiting you endured did not mean I forgot you. It meant I was aligning the timing so the gift would not splinter under impatience. I would not place weight upon the branch until the branch was strong enough to carry it, and you are that branch, growing rings of resilience I never wanted you to earn through pain, but that you turned into wisdom anyway. I saw how you kept showing up. I saw how you thanked me even when the day had edges. I saw how you lowered your voice when anger tried to rise and how you chose kindness without applause. I am not indifferent to these small fidelities. They summon this hour. Listen closely. Within the next 42 hours, 3 gentle signals will meet you, and you will know them because they will carry the same warmth you feel in your chest right now. The first will be a reversal, a small one, something that was closed will open, or something that seemed open will close to protect you from harm. The second will be a sentence you needed to hear, spoken by someone who didn't know they were delivering a key. The third will be a sense, a certainty that you cannot argue away, that tells you where to place your next step. Do not over-explain these signals to yourself. Receive them. They are not tests. They are gifts. I am lifting a heaviness from your name. You have carried labels that did not belong to you, too late, too much, not enough, always almost. I am peeling those labels away like old tape that has left marks on a window. I am washing the glass. You will see more clearly, and you will be seen more truly. People who misread your quiet will begin to recognize your strength. People who mistook your kindness for permission to take will discover that your kindness is anchored and cannot be manipulated. You will draw what matches your worth because you are finally willing to believe you have it. Forgive yourself for the ways you tried to hurry me by harming your peace. Your peace is not an obstacle to progress, it is a highway for it. When you breathe deeply, you make space for what I am placing in your hands. When you rest without apology, you become a home for blessings that were tired of knocking at doors that would not open. When you choose not to argue with fear, you rob fear of its favorite audience. Be that quiet. Be that sanctuary. Miracles love sanctuaries. There is something unexpected already moving toward you, carried in the ordinary fabric of your day. It will not require you to pretend or shrink. It will meet you as you are, and it will enlarge what is true about you. Expect kindness from an unlikely corner. Expect a correction that sets you free instead of shaming you. Expect a resource that makes the next step possible without debt to dread. Expect a name to come to mind for reconciliation, not because you were wrong to draw a boundary, but because you are strong enough now to bless the boundary without bitterness. I am not asking you to earn what I am giving. I am asking you to allow it. Allow my timing to undo the knots. Allow my wisdom to choose the door. Allow my love to be larger than the story your fear wants to tell. You have practiced arguing with yourself until you are breathless. Now practice agreeing with me until you are peaceful. Agree with me that you are meant for goodness you can share without calculating how to keep it. Agree with me that your voice matters and your presence changes a room. Agree with me that joy is not a decoration for the few, it is a foundation I pour for the faithful. Here is what you will do today, and none of it is heavy. You will drink water slowly and remember that even water listens to blessing. You will write a single line that begins with, "I release," and you will complete it honestly. You will open a window or step outside and feel the air touch your face, and you will say, "I am ready." You will choose one small task your future self will thank you for, and you will complete it without theatrics. You will place your hand over your heart and whisper, "I am not late, I am right on time, because you are speaking with me, and I am time's maker." There is a conversation you have delayed because you feared the outcome more than you loved the truth. I will soften that conversation when it arrives. You do not need perfect words, only a steady heart. I will help you notice what matters and let go of what performs. I will teach you how to listen in a way that heals you even as it honors others. The outcome will not be what fear rehearsed, it will be what love prepares. Do not return to the maps that kept you lost. You are not navigating by guilt anymore, you are traveling by grace. The turns will not always be announced with trumpets. Sometimes they will look like choosing to leave 5 minutes earlier and discovering that you met the moment you were meant to meet. Sometimes they will look like saying no to the noise that steals the hour you promised to your calling. Sometimes they will look like laughter rising where you expected only endurance. This is how I move, both thunder and thread, both ocean and whisper. I am healing a memory that has hummed like a low, sad music behind your days. You tried to drown it out with tasks and screens, but healing does not happen by drowning, it happens by light. I will bring light to that place, and you will feel the grip loosen. You will no longer organize your choices around avoiding that echo. You will make choices from the center of who you are, and the center will be calm. Someone has spoken about you in a way that was careless with your dignity. I saw it. I will waste none of it. I will turn it into a strengthening of your boundaries and a refinement of your circle. Bless those who mishandled what you gave them. You don't need to keep offering your pearls to hands that treat them like gravel. I am sending you hands that recognize what you carry. You will not have to beg to be cherished where I am leading you. You have asked me for confirmation about your work, your gift, the thing that stirs in you when you are awake enough to notice it. Here is your confirmation: you are not imagining your calling. It is not a hobby pretending to be holy, nor a distraction from more serious life. It is a thread I stitched through you before you named yourself. When you honor it, you honor me. When you serve with it, you multiply light. Do it without apology. Do it with patience. Do it with joy that is not performative but rooted. Provision is coming in a form that is both practical and precise. You do not need to posture for it. Posture exhausts you. Humility positions you. Be simple in your yes, clear in your ask, and generous in your gratitude. I will open hands and hearts. I will surprise you with timing that reveals I have been arranging this while you slept. Sleep is not wasted prayer. Sleep is a sanctuary I bless. Rest and watch what arrives while you are no longer trying to drag a river with a rope. In these 42 hours, you will feel a release in your body, a loosening at the back of your neck, a warmth across your chest, a breath that does not stop shy of your lungs. Notice it. That is not your imagination, that is peace locating you. Peace does not mean you will never feel a tremor of fear. It means fear will no longer have master keys to every door. When fear knocks, you will answer with presence, and presence is one of my names. You have wondered whether your prayers mattered when the sky stayed still. Hear me, there is no such thing as an unheard prayer. Some planted themselves as seeds and went to work under the soil where your eyes could not follow. Some returned to you as courage that seemed to appear from nowhere. Some became protection you mistook for disappointment because you did not yet see what I kept from you. None were lost. Even the sighs that had no words were received as incense. This is why you are still here. This is why you still carry tenderness even after storms. There is a surprise waiting in the ordinary. Perhaps in a message you thought would be routine, perhaps in a task you almost postponed, perhaps in a voice you have not heard for a while that suddenly carries light instead of weight. You will know it by the steadiness it carries. You will not need to rush. Your miracle does not demand panic, it invites presence. Stand inside it with open hands, and let gratitude be your first language. I am untangling your finances from fear. Wisdom will replace worry, and clarity will replace shame. You will see that small, consistent obedience multiplies faster than frantic attempts to fix everything in a single day. A door of opportunity will present itself without the scent of exploitation. If a path requires you to betray your peace to claim it, it is not mine. If a door asks you to hide what is holy in you to fit through, it is not mine. My doors enlarge you. My doors are sized for your whole heart. Here is a secret you can live by: joy is an accelerant in the spirit. When you practice joy, quietly, honestly, without pretending, things move that stubbornly refuse to move under the weight of worry. Sing in your home. Bless your meals. Laugh at the day's small absurdities instead of surrendering to them. Joy is not denial, it is a declaration that goodness is still the truest thing about the world I made. Make that declaration from your own lips, and watch the atmosphere shift. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are not the sum of the days you stumbled. You are not defined by who didn't understand you. You are defined by my choosing, and I do not change my mind about what I choose. I chose you knowing every chapter, what hurt you, what you healed, what you hid, and what you will hand to the light with trembling fingers. I chose you because love is not a theory to me, love is the way I walk, and I want you walking with me. Before this message ends, lay down the burden of performing for approval that has already been given. You do not have to audition for belonging where I am taking you. You belong, and your belonging will become a blessing for others who feel outside the circle. You will recognize them because you were one of them, and you will become a door where you once found only walls. This is part of your miracle. The way your healing will echo outward in ripples you may never entirely see. Take care of your body. It has carried your courage a long way. Eat with gratitude. Move with kindness toward your bones and muscles. Rest without apologizing to ghosts of productivity that never loved you. Beauty is a medicine I placed within reach. Notice it and it will notice you back. Let the sunlight touch the place behind your eyes. Let the moon remind you that gentle light is still light. Be wise with your words in these hours. Speak life to what is becoming. Refuse the rehearsals of failure that used to run like old film in your mind. If you catch yourself narrating defeat, stop and replace it with a sentence that builds. I am being guided, I am safe, I am provided for, I am aligned with what is meant for me. These are not empty phrases, they are handles for your faith to hold when the wind changes. I am reconnecting you with a dream you set aside not because it was wrong, but because it was early. Early is not wrong. Early built a foundation, now it will build a home. You will be surprised by your own stamina when love and purpose are the fuel. You will be surprised by who shows up to help when you choose visibility over hiding. You will be surprised by how little permission you need when you realize I already said yes. Gratitude will be your guard. Thank me for what is already here, and you will see more of what is already here. Thank me for what is arriving, and you will meet it with open hands. Thank me for past protection, and the sting of old losses will fade into the wisdom they carried. Gratitude is not a trick to get more. Gratitude is how your heart stays tuned to the frequency of my voice. Stay tuned, and the noise will lower itself. I am evening out the uneven places. Where you felt you were always giving more than you received, balance will come. Where you felt you spoke and were not heard, understanding will come. Where you felt every door was behind an unfamiliar language, translation will come. You will not need to explain yourself to be interpreted correctly. You will simply stand as yourself, and your truth will speak with a clarity that does not shout. If tears come while you listen, let them fall. Tears are a river that carries out what you no longer need. If laughter comes, let it rise. Laughter is light entering places that forgot the shape of joy. If stillness comes, trust it. Stillness is a strong room where I do delicate work. Nothing is wasted, not your tears, not your laughter, not your quiet. I bless your home now, the thresholds where you enter and leave, the corners where dust tries to collect both in rooms and in thoughts, the bed where you sleep and the chair where you plan, the table where you eat and the space where you create. May peace dwell in these places in a way that becomes hard to ignore. May arguments lose volume and solutions find their way to your tongue. May you feel companioned even when no one else is there, because I am there. As you move through the next 42 hours, do not measure progress by spectacle. Measure it by softness. Measure it by the way your shoulders drop without you forcing them to. Measure it by the way you choose kindness when you could choose speed, and by the way you trust when you could choose control. You will still get where you are going, and you will arrive more whole. This message is a seed. It is already sprouting. The moment you agreed to listen, something in the unseen gave way, and something you need began its approach. Expect improvement without a struggle to define it. Expect connection without a campaign to deserve it. Expect alignment without torment to secure it. You are not bargaining with fate, you are walking with me, and I am faithful. If a wave of doubt tries to crash through you, return to this line: I am with you, and my witness is your miracle's weather. Under this weather, things grow. Under this weather, paths dry that were flooded yesterday. Under this weather, you will see the outline of what you have been praying for. You will not have to chase it, you will meet it on the road you are already walking. Open yourself fully. It is just for you in this moment, and yet it will bless more than you. Don't try to skip the tenderness, because tenderness is how steel is tempered in the soul. Don't try to skip the gratitude, because gratitude is how your hands learn to hold. Don't try to skip the simple steps, because simple steps are how mountain roads are climbed. Keep your steps. Keep your center. Keep your yes. I am proud of you. You have survived storms that altered maps. You have chosen quiet heroism in rooms that will never applaud you. You have kept a candle lit through winds that would have snuffed many lights. You are here. And because you are here, the future that kept trying to find you can finally step into the doorway and say, I've been on my way. When you wake tomorrow, say aloud, today is friendly to me. When you lie down tonight, say, I release what is finished. When you speak to yourself in the in-between moments, waiting for the kettle, closing the door, tying your shoes, say, I am guided and provided for. These are oars in the river, they will keep you moving with the current of grace instead of fighting against it until your arms ache. Be gentle with the parts of you that are learning trust after long winters. They may shake a little. That is all right. Spring is not less true because the ground remembers frost. Your miracle is not less true because your body remembers fear. I am here. I am speaking. I am unfolding what you need in a rhythm your heart can bear. Now breathe. Place your hand over your heart again. Feel it, steady, present, yours. I placed that rhythm there, and I am teaching it a new song. As you listen, you will hear it, a quieter, kinder tempo, a patience that is not passive but powerful, a courage that does not roar but does not yield. Walk with that music. Let it keep time as the hours pass. 42 hours will pass quickly and perfectly. Some moments will feel ordinary, do not be fooled. Ordinary is the wrapping paper of many holy gifts. Some moments will feel bright, do not be afraid. Brightness is not a demand, it is a welcome. In all moments, I am with you, and that is the essence of your miracle, presence that provides, peace that persists, and love that outlasts everything that thought it could outlast you. I seal this word in you with gentleness that is stronger than iron. I appoint favor to surround you like a careful guard. I assign clarity to arrive before confusion can make a case. I direct resources to find you unhindered. I set your feet in stability and your days in order. I keep you. I bless you. I go before you now. As soon as you listened, something unexpected began. Trust it. Let it be unexpected without argument. Let it be yours without apology. Carry it well, share it wisely, and rest in the simple, steady truth that you are chosen for this. And whenever you need to be reminded, return to these words and feel them warm again. I am with you, I am for you, and the miracle is already moving.